Hello to all motorcycle and travel enthusiasts. This video is the third of 4 videos that depicts a late summer trip to the Harz Mountains in Germany. On the third day of our adventure in the Harz Mountains, this morning we checked out of our hotel and have now set course for Kyffhäuser, which with its 36 curves towards the top of the hill is an attractive destination for motorcyclists. Again today, the weather forecast is very promising, but with a warning of fog in the early morning hours. The final destination for today's trip is our hotel in the town of Braunlage. I hope that my small repair of the side pannier suspension holds. The route goes through the countryside south of the Harz Mountains, where we prefer the smaller roads over the main ones, before returning to the Harz and its more hilly terrain. But first and foremost, it is now about reaching the foot of the Kyffhäuser and visiting the monument, and then continuing towards Braunlage. In total, a route calculated to be around 190 kilometers, when we also take into account several trips up and down the winding mountain road. We are now quite close to Kyffhäuser, and the weather is clearing up. A final stop before today's highlight, where we can refuel the motorcycles at the same time. Now see what happened to Morten and the fine African twin. The classic mistake, where one mistakenly thinks the kickstand is deployed. He seems to have managed it without any significant scratches on the bike. It turns out not to be the last time a motorcycle has to be laid down on its side.
Men den har ikke lyst til det. Den drømmer. Nej. Det er ikke det. Spørgsmålet er, overhovedet kan komme til, og bare tilskuer.
What is this now? Can it really be true that a BMW motorcycle is using oil and therefore needs to be topped up with engine oil? One wouldn't think so, but that was actually the case for Frank and his GS adventure. Let's wrap up the break here at the last gas station before Kyffhäuser. We're only a few minutes away from that, in motorcycle circles, so famous hill. Here we arrive at the foot of Kyffhäuser. Ahead awaits the route to the top with the famous 36 turns. We've been here before, sometimes with quite a bit of traffic on the hill, other times with roadwork on the route. But this time, it turns out we're almost alone here and won't have to share the road with so many others, perhaps because of the early time of day, and that we're a bit outside of the season. Who knows? However, it'll be fun with several trips up and down. Here you'll join us on one of them. We'll of course count on the way up and down to see if it's true that there are actually 36 turns to the top. No more talk. Let's get going. So it's now proven that there are indeed 36 turns from bottom to top, and vice versa. Wasn't that cool? I think I could fry an egg on the brakes after this. As mentioned, when we fueled the motorcycles earlier in the day, it would turn out that it wasn't just the Honda African Twin that would end up on its side. Since the BMW GS bikes are so agile when the wheels roll through sharp turns, sometimes you forget that it's also a heavy motorcycle. It doesn't take much imbalance when bringing the bike to a stop before it's too late. Exactly as it's about to happen now, Torben is just about to manage the situation. As a reward, the fallen bike tears off his right turn signal, and he has to repair it with duct tape.
Nej.
Thor rushes over too, but doesn't quite make it in time. Fortunately, the GS bikes are well protected against these situations, so nothing happens, except for a few scratches on this rider's pride. As also seen, the motorcycle's emergency call function works as it should. I better reassure the emergency center that nothing has happened.
I just dropped the bike, no problem.
With this sorted, including the emergency repair of Torben's turn signal, it's time for a little break and some food. As we eat, our thoughts drift back to the great driving experience up and down the Kyffhäuser. We are now ready to resume the journey after a somewhat mixed culinary experience. But the worst hunger has been satisfied. We drove up through the 36 hairpin bends one last time to visit the monument at the top before continuing down the other side of the Kyffhäuser mountain. According to legend, Emperor Frederick Barbarossa, who drowned on 10th of June 1190 in Asia Minor during the Third Crusade, is not in fact dead, but sleeps in a hidden chamber underneath the Kyffhäuser hills. He sits motionless at a stone table, and his beard has supposedly grown so long over the centuries that it grew through the table. Barbarossa supposedly awaits Germany's hour of greatest need, when he will emerge once again from under the hill. The presence of ravens circling the Kyffhäuser summit is said to be a sign of Barbarossa's continuing presence. When the Kyffhäuser monument was built at the ruins of the imperial castle in 1890 to 1896, with a statue of Frederick Barbarossa and an Emperor William monument, the German Emperor William I was thought to have laid to rest Barbarossa by the 1871 unification of Germany. After visiting the Kyffhäuser monument, the journey continues downhill on the other side of the mountain, where we know there are also several twists and turns along the route. From there, we continue through the German countryside to our destination for the day, our hotel in the town of Braunlage. But first we have to navigate through the curves towards the bottom of the Kyffhäuser. Enjoy the ride. After a suitable break with something to drink, and perhaps even an ice cream, we continue the journey the last stretch towards the town of Braunlage. That was fast. Someone's probably running late for dinner. At last we arrive at the hotel where we will be staying for the next 2 days. It's very cozy and centrally located in the town. As you can see, we also managed to get most of the motorcycles under cover. We've been to the town before and have also visited the renowned Tene bar with the singing host Frank Faber on previous occasions. It's always a great experience and highly recommended if you're in Braunlage. So, this time around as well, a table has been reserved for both a good hearty dinner and cozy socializing in the company of our singing host. This concludes the third of 4 videos from a trip to the Harz region in late summer 2023. On the 4th day, tomorrow, we will, among other things, visit the dam at Bodetal, which is also home to Germany's longest suspension bridge. If you enjoyed what you've seen, consider subscribing to the channel. Drive safely out there and see you in the next video.